Godfather of Harlem. I just saw these two episodes on Amazon Prime, and this is uh, very powerful in the sense of Forrest Whitaker. I think he's doing an excellent job in what I've seen so far in these two episodes, and this is about the story of Bumpy Johnson, Ellsworth Raymond Johnson, Bumpy Johnson, coming out of jail. Uh, and he's coming back to Harlem, and he's trying to reclaim his spot. And he knows that the Italians are moving in on the territory in Harlem, taking over his area of Harlem. He wants to take back control of Harlem and keep the Italians out of Harlem, and they can rule outside anything else but Harlem. And we see the connection to Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam. We see that connection as well too. Um, Bumpy Johnson's from South Carolina. He was born in South Carolina, and he back in the day knew Malcolm Little or Detroit Red when he was a gangster, a pimp, hustler, and then he went to jail, reformed himself, and became a member of the Nation of Islam and became the minister of Temple Number 7, New York, in Harlem. So he reconnects with Malcolm X, and Malcolm's talked to him, telling him about trying to do the work within the people and trying to get the people off the drugs. That the drugs has been destroying the community, and wants Bumpy to help him get rid of the drugs. And he's like, "Well, I have guns." And he said, "Well, Malcolm said, I got soldiers." And he basically is doing things, trying to get the. He's playing both sides of the coin because he is a gangster. He is um, doing the dirt in the street, but he's also trying to help the people in the community. He's paying people's bills, giving people money for help. People that's down luck on their bills or need some kind of financial uh, help and assistance. He's trying to provide that to the people in the community, but at the same time, he's also doing criminal activities. And this story is very intense and gritty at times, very intense and gritty. But we see that connection between him and Malcolm. He's trying to help Malcolm on one end, but then on the other end, he's still doing dirt on the street. And it's a conundrum we got here. But yeah, but I think it's interesting to see the story and also the connection to Adam Clayton Powell that was running for Congress, Senator Congress or something. The connection with Adam Clayton Powell, because I assume that that the situation between him and Malcolm, they were really close, but not necessarily too. Is because of Bumpy Johnson's um, assistance somewhat in that situation, and then allow him, Malcolm, to be able to go to the church, the Abyssinian Church in New York, where his father, I think, was the pastor. He was also a pastor as well too, and that also allowed him to have the platform to speak to the community at that particular church. But he also had to do something for Bumpy to help them with the Italians. And yeah, it's an intense story, and I just seen the first two parts not too long ago, and wow, it's just like, man. But I'm doing my little story of doing the history part of looking at it from the historical parts, that I know of, but then seeing it more on a visual level is very intense. I would say very intense, and it's interesting. I guess there'll be more parts to it. I'm not too sure how many parts it's going to be on this particular one, but We shall see. Well, that's going to be it for this particular my review, initial review of the God of Harlem, Bumpy Johnson's story. And that's it. Until next time, everybody, if you want to subscribe to my channel, Mujahid72, please subscribe to Mujahid72 on YouTube. And as always, everybody take care of yourself. Peace and blessings to everybody, and have a nice day. Thank you.